Hello everyone, my name is Homero Corona. In this video, I am going to be talking about what it really takes and how you can get started on your real estate journey, just like I have over the course of the years, and answer your questions that I had when I got started, because I was trying to find answers to these questions that were commonly asked, right? Like, do I need capital? Do I need experience? Where do I find this training? Where do I find these resources? So I'm going to go ahead and jump in straight into the video and talk to you guys about what it is that you really need to get started in your real estate investing journey. If you're just like I was, just in 2018 with very little capital but a lot of desire to be able to succeed, what you need is to take a lot of action. I just got off a phone call with somebody, and I was actually giving him a pat on the back because he was out there taking action. And that's one of the most overlooked items when it comes to really any business, but especially in real estate, is taking action. One thing that you guys will quickly find out about myself is that if I learn something, I'm gonna take a lot of action and I'm gonna learn things along the way. I'm not the person that's gonna try to just have analysis paralysis and just try to learn everything. And sometimes knowledge and trying to learn can be a form of procrastination to do the things that we need to do that we don't wanna do. So for myself, I understood very quickly that the most important thing typically starts in real estate with a great opportunity, a great deal. Because if you don't have a great deal, it doesn't matter if you have the money, right? Because nobody's gonna fund it, or you're gonna, potentially lose money, or a bank's not gonna approve you. It all starts with getting a great deal. So I'm gonna give you guys some ideas in this video on how you can get started earning a couple $1,000s a month to tens of thousands of dollars a month in real estate. The first thing that you can do is you can just say, you know what? I'm gonna go out there and bring value to another real estate investor, such as Homero, or somebody in the community in my city that has a lot of experience in that I can bring value. And what is it that you can do for them? What you can do is you can say, I am gonna go out there on my off time. You may have a regular W-2 job, you may have another business, you may just start building this on the side, or maybe you just got out of college, you may have a lot of free time. Whatever the case may be, what you can start is finding what's called be a deal finder and prospecting. Deal finders are people that are going out there and finding opportunities for other real estate investors. And you can start making money right away while you learn the actual ins and outs of real estate. So what you can start doing is you can start driving in the local communities that other investors are wanting to invest. So what I would encourage you guys to do is going out there and find houses that are vacant, right? That look vacant. You can pull up, you can drive by properties, and you can see an overflow of mail. That's a good sign that obviously the property is vacant, nobody's checking on that property, so there's something there. You can write down that address, send that information to your local real estate investor that you may be teaming up with. You can look and search for properties that are for sale by owner. For sale by owner, we have found to be typically a great opportunity for us to buy properties, and we have bought properties from for sale by owners. And the good thing about for sale by owners is usually those properties, the only way people are able to see them is if they drive by that area, right? And that particular property might be a good opportunity, and people maybe haven't bought that property because nobody's really aware of it, right? It's not on the typically retail market, such as on the multiple listing service, right? It's maybe not on Zillow, it's maybe not on realtor.com, it's not on all these other websites, but because you drove by it, it can create a great opportunity to a real estate investor. Whenever you're able to do that, some of those folks are able to pay you marketing fees, right? Anywhere from $500 to $1,500 to $2,000 or so per deal that you're finding. So that's one thing that you can start doing while you're learning your earning, right? Sometimes they may even pay you on every single property that you take, maybe a couple of dollars to help you for gas money or whatever the case. Maybe you're doing Uber, maybe you're doing Lyft, maybe you are, mail delivery, whatever the case may be. You do a lot of driving. Why not just add this to your repertoire where you can go ahead and just make a couple $1,000s a month while you start building your fund to be able to actually buy your own real estate, rentals or investment properties or whatnot, right? So the first thing is you can be a deal finder. That's the first thing, right? Number two is you can start wholesaling like I did in 2018. Wholesaling is basically the ability to consistently find off-market properties and being able to assign those over to another real estate investor, right? Some of the laws may change depending on the state that you are. Sometimes you actually need to buy the property and turn around, you can resell it to another investor. But that's how I got started, right? So what you can do is finding good opportunities to be able to put those opportunities under contract and then assign them to a retail buyer, right? Now, you do have to have the ability to close on that property. I would encourage you guys to have a conversation with the hard money lender, just so you know that you're willing and able to close on that property in case you need to close on that property, right? So how I got started was I was finding good off-market opportunities. Where can you find good off-market prospects, we like to call them, right? Good opportunities that are typically people that want to sell their house, and they want to sell their house fast, right? And a lot of people, one of the things that I really questioned is, how is somebody willing to sell me their property for 50, 60, 70 cents on the dollar? And the answer is really simple. They're wanting to trade some money for speed and convenience. Just like maybe you, right? You know, maybe you're thirsty and you go to the gas station and you pay, you know, $2 for that water bottle. You can get almost a case of water bottles for almost that $2, $3, right? Because of convenience, right? Why is somebody going to a pawn shop and, you know, maybe pawning off their computer that's worth maybe $1,000 and they're okay getting $200, $300 for it? Because they actually need to sell it ASAP. Sometimes people are, number one, you guys are probably aware of the most common one, which is pre-foreclosures, right? Unfortunately, this happens every single day. It doesn't matter how great the economy is. It doesn't matter how bad the economy. People are unfortunately always going to be consistently foreclosed across the nation, and that could be due to a lot of different reasons, right? Number one, maybe they're unfortunately going through a divorce. Number two, maybe they lost a job. It could be a medical condition. For whatever reason, people are going to be, you know, losing their house. So we can go out there, solve their problem, and instead of having a foreclosure on the record and a lot of different things, we can actually go out there and find those opportunities. And how do you find those opportunities? All this data is typically free and is available to really the public and anybody watching this video. If you're not aware, whenever somebody gets foreclosed on, there's actually a requirement that the attorney, the lender, has to send them a certain amount of documents that have to be notarized and have to be actually posted in the corresponding county, right? So you can actually go to your local county clerk's office and ask, hey, where are the foreclosures posted for this particular county? They may give you a website. They may give you, you know, some information or an area in that, you know, office where you can actually print out those properties. So number one, county clerk, you're going to find a lot of really good opportunities where you can find your next real estate, you know, or wholesale transaction. Number two is probate, right? That's one of the most common, is probate. We've come to find out that, you know, I don't know exactly what the statistics, so don't hold me to it, but it's a high percentage, somewhere in the 70-80% range, that when people inherit a property and it's going through probate, a high percentage, like I said, 70-80% of the time, that property gets sold within 1 year of that property, you know, being inherited, right? So probate is a good opportunity for you guys to get started and go after those opportunities, because people do want to sell it, right? A lot of times kids, they don't know about rental properties. You know, they don't want to deal with tenants. They just want to sell the property and they want to sell it fairly quickly. They don't want to deal with having to renovate. They don't want to deal with contractors. They don't have typically funds to renovate, and they just want to cash out. So probate is a great opportunity, and you can find those at your county courthouse, right? So you can just go in and they'll provide that information. It's free to the public. So there's a lot more that I could go into, and I'll probably do a separate video on all the different ways. You know, there's eviction. Unfortunately, people are always going to get evicted, and that landlord may want to sell that house. And sometimes the landlords become what's called an accidental landlord, where they might have thought it was going to be passive income. They didn't know that they were going to have to deal with tenants, toilets, turnover, several things. And sometimes they're out of state. They don't want to deal with it anymore. So that's a great opportunity. Those are just a couple of tips for you guys on where you can find those opportunities and finding those good deals. There's always going to be somebody willing to pay you a premium for those opportunities. And like I said, sometimes it'll be a deal finder where you can make, you know, $500, $1,000, $2,000, and you can make that every single month. And once you start learning the knowledge base and you maybe start doing actually wholesaling, you can start generating significantly more, $5, $10, $15, $20, $30,000 on some of those deals. That's how I got started, and I encourage you guys, go out there and take action. You can start you know, sending postcards. You can start sending handwritten letters. You can actually door knock those probate. You can actually door knock those pre-foreclosures, and just help people out, help them solve your problems. Because the one thing that I quickly learned in real estate is that if you solve enough people's problems, you're gonna get rewarded very well. So focus on solving people's problems, how you can help them out, how you can help solve their problems, transition into their next chapter in their life. And I encourage that if you do that, you're gonna be very successful and you can start changing your life just like I did when I got started in real estate investing. So for those of you guys that wanna learn a little bit more, I actually have some free resources for those of you guys that wanna learn maybe about note investing. I actually have a free note investing class on my website. The website's here below, notesinvesting.com. You can go ahead and have access to that free video and have resources, and you're able to connect with me as well through that website. So if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you if you have a question on some of the things that I talked about, make sure that you put your question below in the comments. I do read and respond to those comments. So thank you guys for everybody that's tuning into this video, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Thank you.